Okay, sorry about that. Evidently, my phone was out of memory. I had to delete some of my pictures to finish the video. I apologize. So when I went to my second HCG, it tripled. It was 177 2 days later. So we were really pleased with that. Of course, my husband keeps teasing. He thinks it's twins. And I explained to him, while 177 at 13 DPO does look incredibly high compared to those little charts, I have seen other people that are allegedly 13 DPO and their stuff is just outrageous beyond the numbers I have. Now, granted, a lot of them don't know exactly when they ovulated, but when you're monitored, you pretty much know exactly when. So I know for sure I was only 13 DPO. And like I said, that's a pretty high number from what I've seen. So, you know, it's a possibility. He keeps joking twins or triplets. We'll see. But they also checked my progesterone on that first day on the 11 DPO. And my progesterone then was 37.1. Now, from what I've seen, the average norm for that is anywhere between like 8 and I think 48. So 37, according to my doctor, was like perfect. He thought my numbers were wonderful, that they had gone beautifully as far as HCG going up. But I was a little worried about the progesterone, because my thing was, well, it's 37 and that's on supplements. I would have thought it would have been a little higher on supplements, especially since I've seen some women with like 100 as their progesterone. But you know, it's possible that, you know, I guess that's okay. According to him, it's fine. And, you know, he's an RE and his whole thing was 37 is beautiful. So I was really pleased about that. The progesterone, I guess, is working really well. The supplements, making sure that it's not too low. And this is just a personal observation, I really do feel like this pregnancy is going to be okay and that we won't have any problems this time around. And I do think a lot of that is because of the progesterone. Now, you know, my doctor, his whole thing was there's no real sound proof that progesterone really does help. You know, that's something that a lot of people believe, and his thing was, you know, it's kind of iffy. It's up in the air still. But, you know, I guess for my personal sanity, he put me on it, and I really do think it's helping keep and make sure that the baby's okay so far. So we'll see. But like I said, 5 weeks now, and the other day when I was like 4 weeks and like 3 days or something to that effect, I did talk to my doctor, and his thing was, you know, I want you to come in about 2 weeks and get an ultrasound. Well, that would put me at about 6 weeks, 3 days, and we know I ovulated about 4 days later. So that would really only put me at like, instead of 6 weeks, 3 days, I'd really only be like 5 weeks and 6 days or something like that. And so I know the chances of being able to see a baby and a heartbeat is really, really slim. I mean, I know I can, and I know I have at that date in the past, but you're still cutting it kind of close. So my whole thing was, I'd rather push the ultrasound date back. So I scheduled my ultrasound for exactly 7 weeks, which again, I know I'm about 4 days off. So really at that time, I'll only be 6 weeks and 3 days. But I know most times you can see a heartbeat by then and see the fetal pole. So, you know, I'll take my chances that, you know, we're okay, that I should be able to see it then.